Like we said in the last one, Ellen is getting exposed online left, right, and center. And old clips from her show are no exception.
With people online taking the free time they have in quarantine to dig up old moments from the Ellen show that are pretty cringy and embarrassing when you watch them now.
Yeah. And today on IO, we're gonna be listing for the second time the top 10 Ellen moments that did not age well. But these times are just as juicy as part 1, don't you worry.
We keep it juicy.
We eat that lunch.
What's up everybody, it's Charlotte and Mackenzie here again listing for you some more times that Ellen was shady as hell on camera and we all got to see her for who she really is. Not just like the nice and funny woman we are used to seeing on her show.
And as always, before we get into it, make sure to go down below and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow our Instagram so you never miss a thing. Also, if you want to see more top 10s like this, we got some juicy playlists you should definitely check out too. Now let's get into this juicy list. Starting off at number 10, we have Mariah Carey. One of the worst moments that ever happened on Ellen unfortunately involved Mariah Carey. After rumors had been swirling that recently married Mariah and Nick Cannon were expecting, every news outlet was trying to get the official announcement. And when Mariah was scheduled to be on Ellen's show, Ellen wanted to do whatever she could to take advantage of that opportunity. In the 2008 clip, you can see Ellen ask Mariah if she's pregnant, and before Mariah can even answer, Ellen gets up and grabs champagne for the both of them, with Ellen adding that if she's not pregnant, they should be able to toast to it. And meanwhile, Mariah looks incredibly uncomfortable and is trying to come up with excuses as to why she can't drink. Then after a lot of back and forth, Mariah raises it to her lips and then ends it by saying it's too early for her to drink, which then makes Ellen cheer that Mariah must be pregnant then. Mariah never ended up confirming it on the show, but it did come out years later that she actually was pregnant, but ended up suffering a miscarriage only a few weeks after going on the show.
At number 9 we have Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber probably regretted coming on the Ellen show after this super awkward moment. Ellen starts off the interview by asking him about his new music and telling the audience about his YouTube video in Iceland. But then Ellen pivots to another photo of Justin, and this is a paparazzi photo of Justin in Bora Bora, totally naked, but obviously blurred, because it is the Ellen show. In the beginning of the interview, Justin doesn't seem that fazed by the questions and owns up to the embarrassing pictures. But then Ellen starts asking about a girl that's in the back of the photo, asking if he's dating anybody. Justin quickly responds that she's just a friend. But Ellen doesn't buy that, with her asking, "You just brought a friend to Bora Bora and you're just naked with your friend?" Justin looks super embarrassed and asks Ellen why she's putting him on the spot like that, even asking her to stop at one point, saying the questions are making him blush.
And at number 8, Celine Dion. Another super awkward moment happened between Ellen and Celine Dion. Celine was on the show to promote her new album that she was releasing, but before Ellen could ask Celine about the album, she first made a point to ask her when she was cutting her son's hair. In the 2007 clip, Ellen told Celine that she has been forgetting to cut her son's hair, then showing a picture of her son, adding, quote, "Look at him, he is beautiful, but look at this hair. When are you gonna cut that hair?" Almost immediately you can tell that Celine is so over these questions, quickly snapping back at Ellen, asking her if she has a problem with that. Then fed up Celine went into a bit of a rant, saying, quote, "Some people shave the head of their children and people say, oh, isn't that terrible? Well, I don't even cut my son's hair and they say, oh my god, when is she gonna cut her son's hair? You know, whatever I do, I won't please everyone." Then going on that she even asked her son 100 times if he wants his hair cut, and he always says no. And she'll only cut his hair when he wants it done, as he makes his own decisions. Then Ellen decided to stop the awkward segment by quickly shifting to a question about Celine's album, and it was really awkward to watch.
At number 7 on this list we have Nicole Kidman. I think we all know of Nicole Kidman's strange clapping by now. I could never forget that. She's long fingers too, man. But just to make sure she would never forget it, Ellen decided to bring it up on her show. Nicole was on the show to talk about her hit TV show Big Little Lies. And after she had spoken a bit about the show, Ellen pivoted to speaking about Lion, which was the Academy Award winning film that Nicole was in. Then going on to talk about how she got a lot of attention at the Academy Awards for the way that she clapped, with Ellen then showing the clap on a reel. While Nicole tried to convince everyone that a strange lens made her hands look like that, which is probably pretty accurate, it was probably a wide angle lens that made her fingers really long. Then when Ellen wasn't buying the lens excuse, she tells her the real reason why she clapped that way, and it was to protect the diamonds that she was given to wear during the award show, saying she did not want to bring them back with a scratch on them. And although Nicole was a good sport about it, you could tell she was like a little embarrassed that people were making fun of her clap. It's a funny clap, I mean.
Okay, in at number 6, Katy Perry. This Katy Perry one was definitely pretty embarrassing for Ellen. She forgot that Katy had been married before. with Ellen starting off the interview asking if Katy was single. When she replied she was single, Ellen then pulled out her new game, "Will you marry me?" And then Katy jokingly asks if she's gonna need to get married again. Then Ellen replies that she hasn't been married, but Katy responds that she was when she was 25 to Russell Brand. And it was more than a little awkward when Ellen then remembers. Then Katy replies back that Ellen literally gave her wedding gifts on her show. Then it was a little awkward for a second, but they got into the game and it blew over pretty fast.
At number 5, we have Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart was not happy with Ellen after Ellen basically called her old. It all started when Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, and Anna Kendrick sat down for a round of Never Have I Ever on a 2016 episode of The Ellen Show. The first question was if the players had ever sexted, with all three of them raising the paddle that says they have. When the other players noticed Martha's paddle, even Ellen asked, "Martha, you've sexted? Do you know what that is?" Then Martha savagely responds with, "I have used technology for a lot longer than you have, Ellen." Then Ellen continues asking if this person is current or if it was a while ago. Martha looks at the paddle and responds, "It doesn't say, none of your business." And I think Martha deserves major props for how she handled that, honestly.
In at number 4, embarrassed audience member. This is another incident that got Ellen in a lot of trouble, as people didn't like that she embarrassed this random woman on TV. It all started before the show, when Ellen put out a table of swag before the taping, where people could take one item for free. But in Ellen fashion, she had some hidden cameras set up ready to expose people if they took more than one. And one woman was caught taking a lot, with the hidden camera catching her taking things from the table 3 separate times, going back and forth to not arouse any suspicion. But of course, she was caught, and Ellen called her out in front of everyone. Her reason for taking more was that it was for her sister, who was unable to attend the show. But Ellen didn't buy that and put her in Ellen jail, which at the time people thought was harmless, but looking back, putting the woman on blast like that was kinda messed up.
At number 3, we have Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is well known for her own show and the controversial opinions of celebrities that she speaks on the daily. And when Wendy was a guest on Ellen's show, Ellen decided to ask Wendy about her son. After speaking about her son for a bit, Ellen savagely asks if Wendy thinks that her son is embarrassed of her because she's always openly speaking her mind. Wendy owned up to the fact that he's probably embarrassed, saying most kids with a mom who just says whatever she feels would be embarrassed. Although it seemed that Wendy was a good sport about the question, there is the potential that Wendy could have kind of gotten her feelings hurt from that question.
In at number 2, Dakota Johnson. This interview is just riddled with passive aggression and secondhand embarrassment for practically everyone there. But I think by now we all know the legendary Dakota Johnson interview where Dakota claps back when Ellen tries to tell a lie about her. It starts with Ellen asking Dakota about her 30th birthday party, and when Ellen quickly adds that she wasn't invited, Dakota claps back, saying, "Actually no, that's not the truth, Ellen, you were invited. Last time I was on the show last year you gave me a bunch of shit for not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited." With Dakota adding that she wasn't even sure that Ellen liked her. Then when they went back and forth, Dakota told her to ask anyone, as everyone knows Ellen was invited. And after producers got involved, they quickly made up a lie that Ellen was out of town that weekend. Things got even worse when Ellen brought up the fact that Tig Notaro performed at the party, with Dakota adding that Tig is her favorite comedian. After things got super awkward, Dakota quickly corrected herself, saying that Tig is actually her second favorite after Ellen, of course. And the 5-minute interview felt like 20 minutes because of just how hard it is to watch.
At number 1, we have the struggling student. And one of the worst moments to happen on the show was a really awkward interaction that Ellen had with a struggling student. In 2015, Ellen told the story of Jamie Bells, who was a grade A student, and she was struggling to pay her tuition, with her even donating blood every week for 6 months just to buy herself a computer at one point. Since Ellen is known for giving things away on her show, I'm sure the student was pretty sure she was gonna be, getting a nice chunk of change to help with her tuition. So Ellen brought her on the stage, and then right as she was going to announce that the company Shutterfly was going to be paying her tuition, her producer Andy interrupts and tells her they are not actually going to be doing that after all, and instead they would be giving her a computer, with the student awkwardly replying that she already has a computer. The one she donated blood for 6 months for. And this moment is not only embarrassing for all parties, but kinda sad as well.
Alright everyone, that's all for that list. Let us know which one you thought was the worst, or one where Ellen actually wasn't that out of line.
Before we head out of here, we are going to shout out some comments from our part 1. Long Rod von Hoodendong said, misread that title, Ellen didn't age well. Well, that escalated quickly.
Can you imagine we did a video? Yeah, she's not aging very well. We just need to make a video
Ellen
on that.
has wrinkles. I hate that so much, man. I hate ageist.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like, who cares?
Yeah, we don't like that around here. We would
No.
never ever say anything about that.
No, for sure not.
Then Jace Jenkinson said, the interview she did with Mariah Carey rubbed me the wrong way, especially when Ellen almost forced her to drink alcohol to see if she's pregnant or not. Yeah, that one just, I feel like there's a line obviously, and that was just way out of line. Like even during the interview, you can see Mariah being like, this is not right. Like
Yeah.
this is too much for TV. I'm surprised she didn't like walk off set. If I was Mariah, I would have been like, listen,
I mean,
I'm
she
done
can't
here.
really, I don't think. Like, it's maybe
Yeah.
she just pretended to sip it or something like that, or like just to get through the taping, or.
Because it's not live. Like couldn't
Yeah.
you just redo it?
Yeah, you're right. It isn't live. It's a taping. But I mean, she's on the Ellen show for promotion, right?
Yeah, so she needs to be there,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a really uncomfortable situation for
Definitely.
celebrities like that.
For sure. Moyo said, I always cringed at the way she acted around Sofia Vergara. I'm not a big fan of Sofia, but Ellen treated her horribly. I did hear that they were friends though. Like, are they friends?
You know what, that might make sense because
Yeah.
how could you make fun of someone so consistently?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe
if
they actually
weren't
are
really
friends.
comfortable with each other, I guess. I don't know.
But although if you're not comfortable with that joke, like maybe her publicist could have been like, hey, like stop with those jokes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's
But
hard to
interesting
tell.
theory.
Yeah.
And then Bookworm Geek said, Ellen, what are you doing? You let your monstrous side show too many times. And then edit, we should have more tea spilling with Charlotte and Mackenzie as the powerhouse duo. Yes, we will definitely attempt to do more. And yeah, she really did. Like just a few times, like the mask like slipped. That's what we make these videos for, to catch that slippage. Alright everyone, that's all for the video today. Thank you so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. And again, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our playlist for more juicy videos just like this one.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye, thanks again.